Hello everybody, this is Trina. I am excited to get back to crafting, and so I finished my son's first birthday photos, and I decided, you know what, I have several things in his album that I need to either fix because the old adhesive came off, or and all the photos fell off, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be doing that kind of stuff too, here soon, but I'm also going to be working on my on some photos that I don't, let's see, they are my baby shower photos for my son, and his theme that I chose for his baby shower was Little Susie's Zoo, and I just love these guys. They're so cute and light, and I love it. Anyways, so I've kind of went through all my stash and pulled out some things that I have. Of course, I have these, which I will be using. I pulled out these two of these sheets. I have my layouts are going to be two 8.5 by 11s because of the size and photos that I have. I pulled out some really ancient frames that I have. I don't even remember where I got these. I have had these for approximately like 13 years. So, okay, maybe not 13 years. Probably about 10 or 11 years. So, I have kind of decided that I'm going to do this style of layout, and this is page 15 of the Make It From Your Heart Volume 3. What are they? They're like page layout kits or page layouts where you can build a kit and that kind of thing, and just kind of use the pattern and the measurements for your layout. I usually look at this and I can kind of look and see about what size everything is supposed to be. So like H is a zip strip, so I know it's going to be a half inch wide, so that that line there on each side is going to be a half inch no matter what pattern or paper I use. It needs to be about a half inch if I want it to be. I can use like ribbon, I can use anything in its stead. So this is what I'm going to go off of, and I think I have 4 photos, but I took these little frames here, and I want to put some of these little butterflies, and I was thinking about this little guy could go in here. Or maybe one of the clouds. I don't know. The clouds might be something I sit around. I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out yet. But that's kind of the idea that I'm going for. So right now, anyways. And these are this is kind of the general like spray that I want, to make. So I'm going to be trimming out a lot of these photos, and I got the medium frames, which they're kind of large frames actually, but I kind of want it to kind of go down the page, the 2 pages. So that's kind of what I'm going off of. A lot of my photos from my baby shower were, me, pretty much this right here set up, with me showing what I got. Now that I look back, that, I don't really need all of that. I just needed, it's not really about the things that I got. It's about, everybody that was there. So, I've got a lot of the people that were there, and, some of the things that happened while I was there. And so that's what I want to concentrate on. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I will, I'm probably going to put this on fast forward and do a voiceover for the rest of it. Maybe come back and talk at the end. But I think I'll get this done quicker if I just work through it. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of quiet times. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the process. Alrighty, here we go. So I am starting out with the photos. I wanted to make sure that they're the right sizes for these frames. Now, These frames I have had for ages, like 10 years, 11 years, something like that. I may have already mentioned that, I don't know. I can't remember what all I said in my intro. Anyways, so gosh, it took me quite a while to figure out exactly what I want to do with the frames. I don't even remember. I don't know. They all kind of just fell into place as far as, you know, what I wanted to use and all that kind of stuff. I didn't really have, you know, that many to choose from. I knew that I wanted to keep in with the colors of the layout. So so the stickers that I showed in the intro, I have had those for a long time too. I've had those for about 17 years. So yeah, those are old. They're old, but they're still good. And so you know, I knew eventually I was going to get around to these pictures. So I am glad that I actually got them done because it has been a long time since my baby shower for my son. So he's going on 17 this year. In fact, next month he's going to be 17. So it's been a long time. So yeah, for the most part, I'm just mapping out which photos photos I want in what. I do create a journaling spot here with this rectangle that I'm working on now. And I'm just using my liquid glass adhesive just to add a little bit around the edge of the frame, and then I'm adding in a white paper, white daisy paper to the background on some of them. I think I do that on all of the smaller ones, which I bring in a little bit later. You'll be able to see that. But yeah, these frames were like the perfect colors. They had the perfect color blue, the perfect color yellow, and then they had a lighter version, like a butter yellow, and it goes perfectly also. So I decided, you know what? I don't even need to paint them. I have painted these frames in the past, but I didn't even need that. So I was very excited about this. Now these corners, photo corners here, I scoot them a little bit off of the picture because I'm pretty sure I want to do like a white frame or border around a photo mat on the background, and so I just kind of scoot those off the edge of the photo, just so that I can accommodate the white frame or not frame, mat that's going to go on there. So these two papers are from close to my heart, and they are, gosh, what are they? They are from the Craft On paper pack, and I don't know if there's any of those in the clearance section or not. Maybe they're in the going soon section. But I got this paper pack, the Craft On paper pack from Close to My Heart, for the pattern that is on the back of these striped papers. I know. I got it specifically for those, and I go ahead and use both of those papers on this 2-page layout. So, yeah, I was just like, well, I guess they're getting used. It's not the floral side that I had hoped for, but this, I think it's Carolina. I think it's Carolina. Color is like perfect to go with the theme that I had picked, the little Susie Zoo theme that I had picked for my son's baby shower. I even made invitations and all that good stuff to go with it. So, but yes, so I also found a paper, oh gosh, I want to say it was from 2000 something. Gosh, it was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago maybe, and it's the Whimsy Fundamental pack, and the yellow paper is perfect. It's got a very, uh, what is that word? It is very calm, calm, gentle, calm. I don't know. Anyways, it's got the perfect pattern that, I mean, it doesn't distract too much. So it's, so what I did was I cut the papers wrong. I cut my yellow paper wrong. I don't have any more of those papers, so I just made it work. So on the left-hand side, you can see that there's more of the blue stripe or Carolina stripe showing than there is on the right-hand side, and that is because I cut them the wrong size. I personally don't really care. I mean, of course, I would prefer it to be even on both sides, but I didn't have any more of either of the papers, so I was not about changing them up. Off camera, I did adhere the like the white and yellow papers to the the Carolina stripe, and then as you can see, I'm just kind of trying to figure out which of these little frames go where. I'm just kind of mixing and matching. I've really kind of figured out where I wanted my my large photos, and that even changes. But I really do like how it turned out in the end, so, you know, it's all worth it. I think this whole entire project took me about 3 hours to do, which isn't bad for a two-page spread, I don't think. So, yeah, I am going to go ahead and take this white strip and just kind of back all of my frames with white paper. The main reason I do that is because the stickers are all on a, you know, they all have a white border on them, and I kind of wanted that white border to blend in a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, you know, because the cardstock is not reflective as far as a reflective surface like the stickers are, but I just wanted it to be as, you know, as close as I could get it. So that's what I'm going for. Yeah, I think this is the layout that I stick with. I changed something up. I don't remember what I changed. Oh, I moved that little frame over there by the blue fancy frame. I totally could have switched up and put the blue frame around the picture of me over there on the top left with my cousin. We were both pregnant at the same time. In fact, her daughter and my son are only 11 days apart. So hers were born first, so or born earlier. So anyways, I decided against it because she was wearing blue and there was blue in the background and it just seemed like too much blue. So I chose to go the other direction. But yes, so I'm pretty much just doing the frames right now. I think I've only got a couple left to do, but yeah, you'll definitely be able to watch how this evolves. I love watching how they evolve, how they change, and even though I know it's me, I can still enjoy, you know, watching the evolution of a piece or of a layout. So that's exciting. So I'm so very excited about how this turned out. It's that striped paper was so perfect. Like craft on and baby shower. I don't think I ever would have put those together. Like I would not have purposely paired baby shower with the craft on paper pack. But it worked so good, like so good. It's crazy. So this one I kind of, excuse me. I kind of have a hard time figuring out the size of it because of those frame, those corners, the photo corners. I really probably should have just waited to put those on, but I didn't want to take the chance of losing them and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I'm just trimming this down and it ends up fitting perfectly, so. And I have plenty of white cardstock, so I don't really have to worry too much about, you know, making it not fit. So I'm just pretty much just, putting it around there. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I don't remember. Don't remember what I was doing. Oh, that photo frame is or the photo corner is crooked. Oh well. Oh well. Be happy. Yay. Okay, so this stamp set is called, I think, Treasures. And it's an old, retired, close to my heart one. And I was thinking about doing a border on the background, but I decided it would have been a little too busy. So I decide against that, and then I decide, you know what, I might as well just get this started. I had gotten everything kind of figured out where I wanted it, and this is where I actually, adhered the backgrounds together. And then I stick everything down. And I still try to reorganize the pieces on the right hand side. And I think I switch out the light yellow one for the darker yellow one. The other way around. And then I gotta get my light blue in there as well, so that just fits there perfectly. And I just love that. And for the, with the in between the photos, I try to keep about the same amount of space. I don't want too much space and I don't want too little space. I want them to kind of be even. And that just kind of helps, make it so that the photos are, kind of like a photo collage instead of like a cluster or clusters in a photo collage. So, I mean, it kind of works out that way. So, here I'm still trying to figure out what, something feels like it needs to be different. I just don't know what it is. And so I try to go a little crazy, but then I'm like, that's totally against what I wanted in the original, diagonal version. So that's when I decide, you know what, I'm just going to go with the original and be okay with it. And I also decide that I kind of want it a little bit lower, which kind of just brings everything else in. So all of these little frames have white in them and they look very empty right now, but they're actually going to be perfect for my plans for them. So yeah, and now I get to go ahead and figure out where I want this little guy, and I think I decide right there is good. Kind of, kind of helps bring in the I don't know, the smaller frames into the right hand side. So this little guy was actually going to be in this frame on a in a horizontal direction, and it doesn't work, and the frame definitely needed to be in a vertical direction. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out where that all of these stickers go. I mean, there's a lot of stickers on this sheet, and a lot of them are butterflies, which I love that it's butterflies. They're very neutral butterflies. Like there's blue ones and there's red ones and orange ones and yellow ones, and there's, puffy clouds and all kinds of things that work so perfect for this layout. And it just all really does come together kind of on its own. But yes, those frames, I was so excited how those frames turned out. I really am very excited about the frames. I can't help it. They're just like the perfect size for this layout. I mean, it's just, and for the butterflies, they fit every one of them. It's just amazing how such old stuff would go so well together. So, and they are not even the same company, which is even more exciting. So, yeah, I just kind of took another piece of this border, and I don't even know if I have any left. Oh, there's a little tiny piece of the border left, but I'm not even going to use it. I just kind of, trimmed up the side to make it look like it was supposed to be that way, and then just added some foam tape under there. I do add foam tape to a bit of these stickers, and I like how that turns out. And as you can see, there are a lot of dandelion wishes on the sticker sheet, and I'm so very excited about that because it turned, I mean, the amount that there was actually worked out perfect, and the way that they are created, I was able to cut some of them down to where they went well. Like they had a perfect spot for each one of them, and I love that. Now this little guy, I'm not sure quite what to do with, but I didn't want to, not include him because he was the only one little character that was, not in there. So I just trimmed off his little jump line and then added him in there. And these ones, I think this is, yeah, this is the one that's up where my title was gonna go. I wasn't even thinking about a title when I made this, so I wasn't really planning on, planning ahead that way. I was kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I knew it was his baby shower, but I didn't really want to name it baby shower. It just felt so generic, and I don't know, it kind of, I don't know, it felt like it needed, the right name needed to, come out for my page, so. I totally split that right across there, and I don't know what it was, but I think my blade, X-Acto knife blade, needs to be replaced again. And I don't remember what I do with this. I think I actually just trim one off and then use that on something different, and then I only have two wishes. There we go. Because it just seemed like there was too much, so I can go ahead and use this one somewhere else. So, and adding some foam on my way through there, and it just, I don't know, they all had a perfect spot. So I was excited about that. It's not all the time that you have the perfect amount of stickers for whatever. And then I don't even know if I add that in there. It just seemed like too much, so. And I'm doing some more foam on some of the stickers that I think needs the foam. And I know it's kind of hard to see that sticker in the middle, but it looks pretty awesome to me, so. And this is where I have trouble with my title. I decided to just design something on my silhouette, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit of what it looked like before I cut it out, and I wanted to show you guys sort of my process. So I got this cut out finally, and I still had to actually cut it out. I should have had it do 3 passes or increase this the pressure, because I had to go through all of these and kind of basically cut them by hand because they were not cut all the way through and they were being a pain. So I spared you that time. I do kind of start it here and then it kind of goes into where I'm just putting the title down. So I do think I could have made the title in the Carolina blue instead of the white, but I didn't want it to really add more to the layout. I just wanted it to be a title. I didn't really want it to be very strong as far as, visually. And the reason for that is because the photos are really heavy. Like they have a darker vibe, and there's so much color and so much going on. I really just didn't want to, I didn't want to add more to what was already going on. So I kind of wanted the title to be a little bit more neutral. So that's kind of what I stuck with, and um, gosh, I don't even remember the name of this font. I think it was a free font from uh, the Hungry JPEG, I believe. I think it was a free font pack, but I went ahead and welded them, or like I ungrouped them, welded them, and then I did a offset, an external offset, and then I just kind of fiddled with it that way, and it ended up perfect and the right sizes and exactly what I was looking for. So I love it when that happens, because that doesn't always happen. Like I spent, let's see, I spent probably about 16 hours trying to figure out my title. Yes, I had no clue what I didn't want to call it baby shower, so I was seriously trying to figure out what I wanted to call it. So this is kind of how I did my journaling. I kind of thought about what I wanted to say, and just there's different ways to word what you want to say. So that's kind of why I write it down on a piece of note, on a sticky note. And I'm glad I did, because I decided to write it in a different wording. So and it says, I believe it says, friends and family came to visit and help prep, or help prepare, came to visit and prepare for your upcoming arrival. And I think that's it. Oh, upcoming birth. Arrival would have been so much better. Oh well, I'm happy with it. I am so very happy with it. The date, I've looked at my date stamps. None of them go back far enough, because this was in 2001. So that kind of sucks. But I just wrote in the year after I stamped this. And of course it doesn't stamp right the first time, so I decided to stamp it a second time, which is okay. I've seen many people do it. In fact, some people do it 3 times, so I'm good. I'm good with 2. 1 is preferred, but 2 is okay. So I go ahead and get that stamped, and I accidentally got some on the ducky, and so I just kind of wet my fingers and kind of tried to get it off of there before it stuck too good. And then I was like, I don't know exactly what I want to write this in, so I decided to go with the American Crafts pen, journaling pen. I don't remember what it's called. In the .08 size or .8 size. I don't know what it is, but I just wrote 2001 and a comma on each one of them, because that would drive me nuts. So anyways, I think that is all there is to this, and then I hope you guys enjoyed this process. I really enjoyed creating this layout. It turned out way better than I had expected, which is always a good thing, right? So yeah, I'm kind of slowly putting things away. I'm not exactly sure why I'm doing that on camera, but here we are with our 2 layouts. I think I show you guys a close-up of them done, and as I thought I did. Maybe I already did that. I don't know. But if you guys like this, oh, this is where I show you guys. This is the one that I actually did. So I was thinking I was doing it off of this layout, but really I ended up more going towards this layout, which when I was originally going to do it, I was kind of tossing up between the one and the other. So yeah, I definitely did the border of this one here, and I don't remember what page that is, but I'll put the links in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Leave me comments, questions, anything. I'll see you later. Bye.